Okay guys, I'm going to give you some guidelines about your reading mock test, right? The first thing is whenever they give you reading question booklet, immediately read the titles of all three passages. Passage 1, dolphins. Passage 2, another dolphin. Passage 3, big dolphin. Okay, just kidding. It can be anything, whatever you see, and at the same time, switch on your imagination. One thing. Second, this should be done in 20-30 seconds. Second, take a look at the questions. You start questions 1 to 7, true, false, not given. Right there, A. Means questions and answers are in order. You look at questions 8 to 10 or 8 to 11. You see, okay, this is which paragraph contains the following information, B. And then, so just you need to write down A, B, and you will always start with A type of questions where questions and answers are in order. In part 1, they will always give you two type of questions. Number 1, true, false, not given. And number 2, sentence completion. Completion type of questions. So sentence completion and true, false, not given, both question types are easier ones. Questions and answers are in order. So it's a good idea to start with sentence completion, then do true, false, not given, and try to get rid of part 1 in maximum 12 to 13 minutes. Because for part 2 you need more time. Part 3 even you need more time because then the language and everything is going to be complicated. So start with part 1. Type A questions first. Type A means where questions and answers are in order. You need to start with that. After that, when you are done with reading part 1, immediately transfer the answers to the answer sheet. And on answer sheet you need to use capital letters. Why capital letters? Because of clarity. Because the markers, they sometimes don't understand your writing. If you've got any issues with writing, capital letters will not give you any confusion. When you write any word, for example, you're writing the word whale, W-H-A-L-E. Just give a little space between all these letters and write very clearly. And if you make a mistake, you have eraser, erase it and write it again. And don't push a pencil too hard when you are writing, okay? Alright, and they will provide you the stationery. You don't need to bring your stationery. In actual exam, they will give you pencil, eraser, sharpener and all that. And you can ask for another pencil as well. They will not mind. And then you can take it home, no problem. Yeah, yeah, you can take your pencils home. That's okay, no problem. Pencil, stationery and water. These two things they will give you. Okay, not juice because otherwise people complain. Yeah, thoda juice pee ke mainu sugar ho gayi. This really happened with IDP. Right? They used to offer juices. So one student, he made a very serious complaint. He said, after drinking your juice, I became a diabetic. So then they stopped giving juices. Now they're giving water only. But we give you juices, don't worry. Yeah, until someone is going to make the same complaint here. Okay, so then we've got reading part 2. Start with type A questions. Do them first because when you do type A questions, you will be familiar with the passage. Right? And then when you do type B questions, because you are already familiar, so the answers will be easier for you to find. Never start type B questions first. They will drain all your energies and your brain and everything, and then you'll be double confused. Once you are confused, if you do IELTS reading systematically, it will be in your control. And once you do it without any proper system and any question first and leave this question and grab that question, then it's going to be out of control. Then they move on to part 3. At the end of part 2, you need to transfer all your answers to the answer sheet. Don't take any risk that at the end I will transfer the answers. No. Part 1, you done, transfer the answers. Part 2, you completed, transfer the answers. And part 3, write down the answer directly on the answer sheet because they'll give you this size table. Right? So here you've got your question booklet. Here you've got your answer sheet. And one student once asked me, can we tear question booklet? Yeah, tear into pieces, passage in front of you, questions there. You cannot do that. It's going to be a booklet, a pinned booklet. So you cannot tear it apart. You cannot say कि सारा फाड़ के सामने ऐसे सजा लेता हूँ and all that. That's not possible. In computer delivered, it's easier. Screen is divided into 2 parts. One side passage, one side questions. You can scroll up and down the questions. You can scroll up and down the passage. But in paper delivered, they have a pinned booklet, so you cannot open that, right? Once somebody did it here, like हमने पिन्ने लगा, उसने पिन्ने खोल के सारा फैला दिया. हम खोल के काम करेंगे, okay? So you're not allowed to do that. Now, in reading part 2, type A questions first, and for part 3, the questions that might eat your brain and all that, they are list of headings, then there are questions matching, where you have to match, and for every question type, very important point, every question type, you should have action plan. The first thing is, after looking at the question type, you should know type A or type B. After that, you should just find the answer of one question, and rest you will find in the same order. Okay, so do it with a proper action plan. For example, you say my action plan is, first I read the question. From the question, I find the clue word, then I find a paragraph or in the passage which is about that clue word, and this is how I go on and on. So you should have a proper action plan. What to do? If it is true, false, not given, I told you, convert the sentence into 3 parts. If it is this, answer is true. If it is that, answer is false, and otherwise not given. So you should know all these things, and this will only be done through practice. Once examiner says, candidates stop writing, drop your pens and sit like this. Allah di kasme main nahi likh raha. See that, like that? It means that. Because if you write anything extra, they are going to mind it. At times, it may lead to the cancellation of your test, especially in writing modules. से पहले उससे लें. Yeah, invigilator comes here, ये बच्चा बेचारा कहता है पहले उसका टेस्ट लें फिर मैं दूंगा, और एंड पे जब तक छीन नहीं लेते ना हम लोग लिखते रहते हैं. But not in IELTS exam. When they say stop writing, drop your pencil. Don't try to write a single word, because that single word may lead to, I'm using the word may, not necessarily, but it may lead to cancellation of your test. So you should stop writing immediately. Right? So this is how you can get good bench score in reading, and obviously practice is required. Right? Thank you.